Hello, everybody! This is Milesluigi.
And Higsby.
For a very special Let's Read What You Guys Have to Say, because instead of reading YouTube comments, I'll let you explain it, Higsby.
This is basically just a collection of things that people have sent or posted about Super Mario Omega, and I thought it would be interesting to just go through some of them and see what people had to say about Super Mario Omega.
I think that's pretty interesting. So, like, for example, this very first comment by 328 Gang Banner says, "This is a great hack, and I prefer this hack more than TSRPR or hacks like that." Higsby, what is TSRPR?
So that would be, I believe, the second reality project Reloaded. So
I've heard of that.
It was really impressive to see people actually compare Super Mario Omega to some of the more acclaimed hacks. I had never expected that. When I was making it, so just to see the number of people who really enjoyed it, it really made me happy. So I just thought I'd throw this comment in there, just kind of point that out. There's a few comments that kind of represent a whole other massive comments. I got a ton of comments from people saying it was really good. So this is just kind of one of those that's going to represent that.
Okay, and these aren't all going to be YouTube comments, as I just arrowed over for the next one, and This is from Super Mario World Central's forum board. Why don't you read this one?
The next one is Super Mario World Central?
Their forum board. It's from Yonowaru.
The next one I have is from YouTube.
Oh, my image viewer went to number 10.
Huh.
My misunderstanding. Okay, we are done with the technical difficulties. Oh my gosh, my image viewer jumped to image 10 instead of image 2.
That's interesting.
Fabio Productions, 3 years ago, said, "Nintendo needs you in their team. XD, this looks great."
In they are team. That's funny though. I mean, as a kid, I always really wanted to become a level designer, and I always really wanted to make my own Super Mario Brothers game. And Nintendo's a pain, and they never released a Mario game with a level editor. So, I mean, once I discovered Lunar Magic, I was just crazy about it. But before that, from before I can even remember, I used to just take paper and just draw out my levels on them. In my desk right here, I have folders and folders full of hundreds of pages of overworld maps and levels that I drew for Super Mario games. And there's some Mega Man, Star Tropics, Zelda, tons of stuff. I always really wanted to be a level editor. So yeah, I mean, that's why if Nintendo wants to put me on their team, I would not complain. No, but I just wanted to point out, I've always really loved designing levels. So it was great once I got my hands on Lunar Magic to finally be able to do that. So I was really grateful for that, and hopefully,
if you word it properly, you might be able to include, you made your own Mario ROM hack on your resume. You'd want to word that right, though.
Do you think so, though? I've always wondered about that. Although I wonder if you take that to a resume, they'll lock down the room and bring in the FBI, and then no one will ever hear from you again. For you downloaded an illegal ROM, modified it, get them. I always wondered what Nintendo they're pretty good, and we'll actually talk about this more on another comment as far as ROM hacks and games go.
We'll save it for another comment then. This next one looks like it's from. I'll make sure. Once again, I won't jump to number 20. Let me go to 3. Worldwide DDD. Does this guy watch Dexter's Lab?
The
King DDD.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking of Dexter's Lab? Anyway.
No, well, DD. Who doesn't love Dexter's Lab?
This game is really nice. The only thing you could do is make it better is up the difficulty. Other than that, kudos. Someone actually asked for more difficulty.
Yeah, the difficulty, it's a really funny, debatable thing. We'll see from other comments, too, that there's a really wide spectrum of, range of people who either think the difficulty was pretty easy or it was pretty hard. So I thought this was just kind of funny that there was one person that actually said that it was pretty easy. I didn't really know what to expect when I released it, because obviously as the creator, it's kind of hard to know exactly how other people are going to deal with the traps and puzzles that you make, as can be seen from the people who made Paper Mario Sticker Star in 2.5, the puzzle they made there. But so yeah, so it was interesting that someone actually thought it was too easy.
Interesting. So this next one's from Lady Mia Ow. She has, I don't know, it has 3 thumbs up. You ought to petition someone for a better logo there, Higsby.
I think that's referring to when my These are all comments from the trailer that I made for Super Mario Omega on my YouTube channel, which is actually, it brought a lot of otherwise like popularity to it that otherwise wouldn't have existed. And at the beginning, it shows that thing that says Higsby Presents, like had said Nintendo Presents in the original one. So I think they were referring to that, since it was just a quick graphics edit that took like 30 seconds to put my name in there. So I think they were referring to that. But
Anyway, a good effort. Your work is impressive overall. It's too gimmicky and predictable in some areas, but the hack in general features strong level design, a mostly fair difficulty level, and a good pace throughout. The visuals are all over the place. I don't know if that's good or bad. And sometimes they look great, and other times they're hideous. And your music selection was a little too novelty-laden. But overall, I think you should be proud of what you've done.
What did you think of the visuals?
They fit. They aren't A+, but they're certainly not any lower than a B. I'd probably give it an A-.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny. And then overall, they pointed out that level design is definitely what I was focusing mainly on. So it was good that they noticed that. And yeah.
I mean, this comment is both up and down.
Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting one.
Killabun 3.
This is a fun one.
I'll let you do it.
Okay, I got it. And Lunar IPS, and ZSNES, and the Clean Mario World ROM. But when I tried to apply the patch to Super Mario Omega, it said it wasn't an IPS file, so I tried to extract it, and then it said the file has either been corrupted or trunk something. Please give me more detailed instructions, because I don't see the problem. Now, this is just a comment that's supposed to represent the tons and tons of comments and emails I got about people who had no idea how to patch the ROM. So I just thought that was kind of funny, and this was kind of the funnier one, so I don't know, I thought I'd just throw this one in there. But I mean, I got a lot of people asking how the heck to even use it, which I thought was really funny.
I didn't think patching ROMs was a difficult thing to do, but I guess some people get lost.
Yeah, well, again, very soon we'll see kind of my theory on why this happened. And also, I'm going to talk about, I believe there was something else. You cut me, you said you didn't want me to talk too much about. Was the difficulty curve? Anyway, we'll get back to that.
We'll get back to it. This next comment, oh wow. Vaguendo just says, MKF clone! What is MKF?
I actually had to do some research on this one. Now, MKF stands for Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, and it is a Super Mario Brothers fan game made in Game Maker 7. And in that game, Mario goes through a whole bunch of different worlds from other video games. So like Sonic CD and stuff like that. So I guess someone saw my trailer and saw at the end how Mario, there's the extra levels, and someone thought I was copying their idea or something like that. So I just thought it was kind of funny that they just type in my video, you're copying someone else, even though that wasn't really the point at all. Since it was just for the bonus room, just for the bonus world. So I don't know why they had to get so angry and go right out and just call it a clone, considering they had no idea what they were talking about.
Is that Mario game that has the Doom level? I remember seeing a video on that.
I'm actually not 100% sure, because I just did some quick research on it as I was compiling this.
Good point. Oh.
It may be.
It may be. Sky may be, as the GDI War Hero says, make one for the Wii and impressed beyond belief.
The funniest part about this comment is that there is actually a Super Mario, New Super Mario Brothers Wii hack out there called New Super Mario Brothers Omega or something like that, which is really funny. It has nothing to do with me, so I just thought it was kind of funny that someone's like, make one for the Wii, and I'll be really impressed, considering that New Super Mario Brothers Wii hacking is actually already pretty advanced. People have been doing hacks for that for quite a while. So I just thought it was funny they were pointing that out, and they also thought it was funny that there was already a hack out there called New Super Mario Brothers Omega, using the exact same ending. I thought it was kind of funny.
Interesting. Today I learned. Okay, where does this come from?
We are starting my emails, and at the bottom right there, you can see the date, just to kind of give you an idea on when some of the emails were sent to me. Super Mario Omega was released on August 26th, 2009, so I believe here, man, I don't know if that is day, month, year, or year, month, date. Okay, actually, it is day, month, year. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of when these emails were sent, compared to when Super Mario Omega was released. So anyway, here we have one that says, "Hi, you're hack Super Mario Omega. Do you have demo full version you can't invoice your demo full version of Super Mario World Omega by?" So
what?
I don't know. So I think someone like found my website or something, because this would have been way before I even released the trailer, and I guess they were asking for a demo. I looked for a reply, although I guess I never sent the reply to this just because it was so I don't even know.
This is an email you get, and you look at it and you go, "Is it even worth my effort to reply?"
I probably kind of surprises me that I wouldn't reply to it, and at least just say like, no, I'm not releasing a demo version of it. But yeah, I just thought this was kind of a funny one to throw in just to see something that I got. I still don't understand what they're trying to say there. Anyway,
here's another email. I'll read this one. What exactly is Super Mario Omega?
So
that's
then,
the subject.
Then after the line is me. So actually, what exactly is Super Mario Omega was actually the subject. Yeah, and then the question mark was their text, and then below the line was my reply.
Okay. Oh, they're asking what is Super Mario Omega, and this is your reply. You should speak for yourself.
Okay. Hello, Super Mario Omega is a modification or hack of the Super Nintendo game Super Mario World. It can almost be thought of as a Super Mario World fan game that contains completely new worlds and levels. It will be released as an IPS patch that needs to be applied to a Super Mario World ROM before it can be played. Instructions on how to do that will be enclosed in a text file that will be included with Super Mario Omega. So basically, refer to the enclosed instruction text file. Thank you for taking an interest in Super Mario Omega. It won't be very long. It won't be very long now before I release it. And that was an email sent on August 13th, 2009. So yeah, 13 days later, I did release it. So I just thought it was kind of funny that some people who didn't even know what Mario Omega was were emailing me about it. That's just kind of the impact that the trailer had.
Wow.
It spread across the internet. People were posting it on blogs. You'll see coming up other places that it was posted, and just people who had never even heard of Mario ROM hacking before were finding out about it. And that really amazed me, because I just figured, okay, a few people on Super Mario World Central will play it, and that will be that, but it took off a lot more than I ever expected it would have. Anyway, next.
I now have to scroll over to 10 in my image viewer. This is the Super Mario World Central forums.
Uh-huh.
I'll go ahead and read this one. I don't know what voice to give this guy though, but with that avatar, I'll give him a little bit of a darker voice. The path to the pipe after World 6 Castle makes the ow cut off there. Also, in World 6 Castle or some other castle, there is a door that leads to the end. Also, did I miss a patch? Because there are quite a lot of glitches, like spike balls dying by stars and turning into those spiky dead guys. Also, you missed quite some corner tiles. But, otherwise, this is awesome! No, seriously, the secret world is really cool, but the Red Switch Palace was a bit long. I'm now at the tower, but haven't found any core secrets.
Yeah, so as you can see, if you look at the date, this was posted 2 days after Super Mario Omega was released, and this and the few things that come out, like the few images that we look at after this, are just kind of meant to represent a lot of the glitches that were left in there when I initially released Super Mario Omega. So as you can see, the one that they're referring to there is one that I brought up in another video, where the World 6 Castle had a door at the very beginning that if you entered it would take you right to the end. So that was really kind of silly. And then there's this other things, like there were glitches. There were a few times when I gave out a star and I didn't realize that like if you ran into a spiked ball, it would die, but since spiked balls don't really have like a death sprite, it would just turn into some glitch sprite. So yeah, basically this is just supposed to represent that people asking me to fix things very soon after releasing the hack, because I believe I've gone over the story a number of times where I made more mistakes than I fixed that night before I released it. So yeah.
I see. So this is a review by Tizzytar. Okay. Most of the levels were fun to play. Admittedly, though, most of the special X-Relic worlds were mediocre, but my god, the Red Switch Palace is brilliant! Hard to play without save states, but oh man, it's awesome! I'd love to play it on an SNES cart and give it to someone as a mean joke! Up and down.
Yeah, everyone has really up and down opinions, although at least they gave me an 8. That's like an A, I guess. Give it to someone as a mean joke. That's really funny. I always get a kick out of that. But the X-Relic levels are mediocre, that makes me like cry all the time. Did you like them?
They were fun.
Yeah, so...
I like Super Metroid. That tells you something.
You like Super Metroid. You're one in a million. But yeah. I just thought that was kind of funny. I mean, I guess some of them they didn't really fit Super Mario World, but I tried my best to have 9 levels that were based off of other games, and so I tried pretty hard. So hopefully they came out as good as they possibly could have.
Here's a nice long email that came out. This is shortly after Super Mario Mega's release, Saturday, August 29th, huh?
Mhm.
So, let's go. I've played through your new game almost in its entirety, and it's great. The issue I'd like to bring to your attention is in the final level of Bowser's Tower at the 8 doors where you have to beat 2 doors at a time. In the door that takes you to the entirely vertical level where you start at the top of the tree and there's a pipe at the very bottom that takes you back to the beginning, there doesn't appear to be a green door. I've searched every platform, including using both POW blocks, and I can't find it. I don't know if I'm just missing something or if it's actually an issue in game, but I've even turned on a cheat that allows me to swim across the level, and I've covered every bit of the level, and I still can't find it. Let me know if this is in fact an issue or if I'm missing somewhere so I can finish your great game and go back to all the other secrets. Thanks.
Hello, I am very sorry about this error. I did indeed make a huge mistake and will be releasing an update later tonight. I feel really bad about this as there's no excuse for forgetting to add the door to that level. It was actually there originally, but I changed something and forgot to put it back. Thanks for very much for notifying me about this issue, Higsby. So yes, I made a huge mistake where one of those last minute things I did that long night, I made a change, it's referring to Bowser's Tower 5, where you go through the doors and you replay parts from past worlds to try and find the green door.
Yes.
And the World 6 door, I don't remember if it was you played the World 6 door first, or if you beat the World 5 door and then you played the World 6 door, but in one of those scenarios, there was no green door in the World 6 area, so basically you were stuck in an infinite loop. And that was because that night I made a change to the main level. The main, it was Gemtoa Cliffs 2, I believe it was. So I made a change to that, and then I copied that level to the 2 levels that were representing the ones in the tower. And I only remembered to put the green door back into one of them. So basically one of them didn't have a green door, and I got quite a few angry messages about that. So basically I had to release a patch about that very soon after. And the thing about this is that I released Super Mario Omega on August 26th because I was actually going to a convention called Fan Expo the next weekend. It was it's a big weekend thing that has comics, anime, video games, stuff like that. So basically, as you see, this one was sent on Saturday, the 29th of August, 2009. So basically, the convention was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I was getting all of these emails that weekend. So basically, I'd go to the convention all day, and then I'd come home, and then I'd spend 5 hours responding to emails. It was interesting.
Ouch. Okay. 100 exits? Are you sure there are 100 exits? Because I only found 98. I'm pretty sure I got everything, including the 4 beta secret levels.
Another massive mistake. Hello, I can't help but laugh at myself for making such a stupid error. So to answer your question, there were not 100 exits, although there were actually 99. Did you find the secret exit in the core fortress? My calculations were flawed as I accidentally counted Bowser's Tower 5 as an exit. Although since it activates the ending sequence and you can't save after beating it, it isn't added to the in-game total, and I kind of forgot about that. Luckily, I have a solution for this. I had originally planned for there to be 7 beta levels, although I took 3 of them out because I wanted there to be exactly 100 exits. Unfortunately, I goofed, although all I have to do is make 100 exits again, is to add one of the beta levels back in. The new beta level can be found by pressing down on the level for Sunset Caverns. Expect an updated patch to be released later tonight. I hope that you are the only one who has noticed this so far, as I feel horrible for making such a dumb mistake. Thank you very much for informing me about this, Higsby. As you can see, this is the exact same night as the other email that we just looked at. But yeah, this was a stupid one by me. I did some rearranging of the levels the very last long night before releasing it, and as a result, I only had 99 exits in there, claiming there to be 100, so I had to go fix that.
Yikes.
It's amazing! Maybe I shouldn't have done this video. Don't ever upload this video. It's making it look like I made so many mistakes, although everyone knows I'm actually perfect. No.
Your rum hack is awesome. We're looking at the little facets that start to appear when you pour water on it. So, hi Higsby. I posted your most recent news about Super Mario Mega on Reddit. See here. A Reddit link, huh?
Yep.
Many people on there have some questions about it, but they seem to be too lazy to actually contact you about it. I was wondering if you might mind coming to the thread and responding if you have some time. If not, maybe you could reply back to me with some answers to the questions on the page, and I'll write back to them. Thanks.
So, as you can see in the bottom right, we're going back in time a little bit, back to August 13th. Because if you read the link there, the name of the article was Super Mario Mega is very close to being released. So this is a Reddit article that was made about my hack after I released the trailer. So this is pretty much why so many people found out about it. I mean, they posted about it on Reddit, and then everyone was checking Reddit, and they saw the trailer. So then the trailer ended up on people's blogs, it ended up on sites all over the internet. And people who had never even heard of Super Mario World ROM hacking were interested in it. So that was really what helped it take off, and that was just incredible. And I also have some of the more interesting Reddit posts here coming up, so I guess we can move on to that.
Nice. And actually, this next one says, Super Mario Mega is now 100% complete and has actually been released today. Download the zip now. Thanks, Higsby.
So yes, this was another Reddit article that was made later on, like the other one was after the trailer. This one was after I released it. And as you can see, 86 comments. There were a whole bunch of comments in this one too. And the comments that we're going to read are a mix mash from both of the articles. So we can move on. We got this one.
Cool. And when does the lawsuit start? I'm as excited as the next guy over more Mario, but Nintendo have a history of shooting down anything that relates to their imaginary properties.
So the thing about this one is that the May before Super Mario Omega was released, so that was May 2009, there was a Chrono Trigger hack, which looked really cool. Everyone was really excited for it. And then Square Enix sends them a letter saying, hey, you better stop making it and never release it. We're going to, fine you. So basically, everyone was in kind of a state of panic after that. They're like, oh no, all the fan game communities and things are going to get shut down. So I guess this was kind of that person being a bit worried since they saw that, since it was kind of big news on some sites. So they were kind of worried Super Mario Mega might be stopped, although Nintendo's actually really good as far as fan games and things like that.
I'm just about to say, I'm trying to think of a fan game Nintendo shot down, and I'm not thinking of one.
No.
The thing they shut down is homebrew.
Yeah, they don't like that, obviously, because they don't want people downloading their new games. But I mean, someone hacking Super Mario World or someone making a Super Mario fan game in Game Maker, they're not going to care. They're people use their music and videos and everything. Nintendo's really, really good when it comes to that. That's one thing they definitely deserve some credit for. I mean, being good to your fans. So, I mean, really, how much is it going to hurt Square Enix if someone releases a Chrono Trigger hack? I mean, that's just stupidity, and that makes me kind of look at them and being kind of a silly company. But anyway, Nintendo's cool for this stuff. So
Nintendo is cool. Thistle Soup says, so we should be expecting it in 2012 then? / has lost all trust in expected release dates.
That would mean it would be coming out sometime, either would have been out earlier this year, or it would be coming out within the next month. But yes, I actually lived up to the release date. In the trailer it says summer 2009, and that ended up being the very end of the summer. I really wanted to release it earlier in the summer, although I just didn't get around to fixing a lot of the things that I needed to fix. And then it seemed like as I fixed things, more and more things needed to be fixed. So eventually it kept getting pushed closer and closer to the end, but I made sure it was going to be released by the end of August. So that's why August 26th is what ended up being the release date. Better closer to the end than, I guess, late.
You were wrong, Thistle Soup.
Good.
So Shambles says, nowhere on Higsby's site does it say what SMO actually is. I get that it's a hack of the original Super Mario World ROM, but is it a whole new campaign, a graphical redesign, or an altered gameplay version? Terrible marketing, mate.
This again is, I made that trailer okay, I'm going to post it to Super Mario World Central. Everyone there is going to obviously understand what it is. But now you have this trailer of this new Mario thing floating around the internet, and no one has any idea what a Super Mario World ROM hack is. So I even got emails, and it's like, you got that one earlier. What is Super Mario Omega with a question mark as the description? And it's just amazing, all of the people that had no idea what it was that took interest in it. And I really was shocked by that, and I was just amazed that so many people wanted to give it a shot. It's funny because I never planned to make the trailer, and if I hadn't, things would definitely have gone a lot differently. But I was just doing something one day, and I'm like, you know what would be cool? making a trailer of clips from the game with cool music. I mean, who wouldn't like that? So I made it, and it was probably one of the best decisions I have ever made. So yeah.
Nice marketing, mate. Ignore that guy. It says terrible marketing. That was good marketing. So,
oh, this is funny.
This is a thread. So we start off with Juice, who says, "Is this supposed to be some sort of challenging Mario game? Because I've game over 3 times on the first level."
I don't even understand that.
Syken says, "To answer your question, yes, it's supposed to be more challenging than original SMW." Then deleted comments and replies to, "I've game over 3 times on the first level. I had no such trouble. You aren't using the keyboard, are you?" And then he replies back, "No, I'm using my Xbox 360 controller." And then the next guy says, "Same problem with the keyboard. I game over it in less than 3 minutes. It's almost unplayable."
I just thought this was so funny. Game over 3 times on the first level. I mean, I just don't understand that.
Oh.
Like,
You'd have to be trying.
Like, I just thought that was completely crazy. To game over 3 times on the first level. I mean, either maybe they were using a keyboard and they just weren't really like good with it at all, or I guess they're just not used to Super Mario Brothers games.
This is our chance to bash the Xbox 360 controller.
That too. All right, this is really weird.
Okay. Deleted. He is gone. He says, "Just played this for about 5 minutes. It looks promising, but for some reason the author decided to fuck with the running mechanics to make him accelerated faster than normal, which IMO makes the game unplayable."
I don't understand this at all.
Modin then replies, "Same here. I tried the first level, and the running and the air control are way off, dude. It's not a proper Mario game if you can't control Mario the way he's supposed to control." And Templey says, "Yeah, I couldn't get it down. I just wasn't used to the acceleration and kept jumping too far."
I don't understand that. Like, do you understand that?
It controls like Super Mario World.
Have
these people never played Super Mario World?
I'm guessing they'd like not played Super Mario World since like for a long, long time. Then they played New Super Mario Brothers or something like that. So they just weren't used to the physics. To be honest, I consider Super Mario World physics to be like the ultimate physics of any 2D platforming game ever. I love them so much. They're so solid. Like I can control Mario, make him like maneuver anywhere. Like it is just perfect. I wish they would use the exact same physics for the new Super Mario Brothers game, so they feel they're kind of floaty. I mean, I just really, really like Super Mario World's physics. So I have no idea what these guys were talking about. I mean, I thought, if anything, they'd be like, "This is the best physics ever," but I guess not. I have no idea.
Our last comment by Steck K. I'll go ahead and read this so you can conclude the video, Higsby, okay?
Okay.
"Freaking awesome, dude! The difficulty is at a perfect level. Enough to piss you off a bit," which it should, the originals did, but kept you wanting to beat it. "I played a number of hacked games, and this one exceeded my expectation, and is the best I've played so far. It plays like a real Mario game, and the secrets I found so far just seem right. Can't thank you enough. Freaking awesome." This almost looks like something I might post, but with better grammar.
Yeah, well, I thought we'd end off on a happy note. I mean, all these ones with like people who don't know if they like it or they don't like it, and people complaining about the physics that I never changed. Yeah, this is just someone giving a nice compliment, and that seemed to be the general consensus about Super Mario Omega. And I mean, I just really appreciate everyone who's played it, let's played it, shown their friends, posted it on Reddit. I really appreciate it, and it's just been so fun these past 3 years now. I never expected people to still be speaking about Super Mario Omega 3 years later. I figured, it'd kind of get lost in time. No one would ever remember it 10 days later. But I mean, I just can't thank everyone enough, and it's just given me so much enjoyment talking about it with people, answering people's questions, and especially watching Let's Plays and even participating in them in this case right here. So thank you so much to everyone, and especially you, Milesluigi.
You're
this
welcome.
has been a lot of fun.
Okay. And frankly, I really like your ROM hack, Higsby, too. I haven't reviewed it yet as the time of the posting of this video, but that's something I got to work on now. And if you do make another, I look forward to it.
I hope someday. I'd really like to see that.
Don't forget to remove the door from the World 6 castle.
No promises.
Okay. So, This has been another Let's Read What You Guys Have to Say. We went 3 years in the past. No, the next time will we go 3 years in the future? Probably not.
That'd be cool, though.
It would be. So this has been Milesluigi.
And Higsby.
See you all next time.
See ya.